Hello everyone, I'm Nazarat Fatima. Welcome to LiveLaw. As you know that the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir was turned into a union territory after Article 370 was abrogated in the year 2019 and the same was challenged in the Supreme Court. The petitioners argued that the conversion of the entire state into a union territory was not a right decision and they also took a stance against it. Today on August 31, the central government told the Supreme Court that it cannot give an exact timeline for restoring statehood to Jammu and Kashmir. But at the same time, it clarified that the Union Territory status of Jammu and Kashmir will be temporary. The Solicitor General of India, Mr. Tushar Mehta, told the Constitution Bench, and I quote, "I am unable to give an exact time period for complete statehood while saying UT status is a temporary status." This statement was made after a bench led by CJI D.Y. Chandrachud had asked the centre to give a definite timeline for statehood and elections in the region, observing that restoration of democracy is important. The Solicitor General also said that the initiatives taken by the centre to restore stability in the region are progressing and full statehood is a question to be decided based on the degree of normalcy. With regard to elections, the Solicitor General said that the central government is ready for elections anytime now. Till date, the updating of voters list was going on, which is substantially over. Some part is remaining that the Election Commission is doing. With respect to the time for elections, the Solicitor General said that the State Election Commission and the Election Commission of India will take a call together. Mr. Mehta explained that 3-tier elections are to be held. He added that Panchayat, Municipality and Legislative Assembly elections are due and informed that the Hill Development Council elections in Leh are over and in Kargil are due to take place this month. He made a statement that the roadmap to statehood is ready, but more stability would be needed. Later, he went on to explain that various steps have been taken by the union government to make the region stable. He said that compared to the pre-2019 situation, terrorist-induced incidents have reduced by 42.5%, infiltration is reduced by 90.20%, law and order situations, stone pelting, etc. have reduced by 92%, and security persons' casualties have reduced by 69.5%. Moreover, he said that the centre has taken various steps to boost investments in the area, and several projects have come up which has resulted in the youth who used to get misled by secessionist forces become employed. He said, and I quote, "What affected the elections most were stone pelting incidents and regular calls for bands or hartals. In 2018, the stone pelting was 1761. Now it is nil. Not just because of police and security steps, but by other steps such as gainfully employing youth who used to be misled by secessionist forces. Organized bands by secessionist groups in 2018 was 52. Now it is nil." Mr. Mehta said that in the year 2022, Kashmir was flooded with tourists and the numbers are 1.8 crores. He explained to the bench that the process of making the region stable is a work in progress and the governance by the centre as a union territory was essential to make these initiatives successful. He added that these are the steps taken by union government and these steps can be taken only if it is a union territory. But at the same time, he said that this is a temporary status and full statehood will be restored when the region becomes totally stable and ready. During this, senior advocate Mr. Kapil Sibal objected and disputed the statements of the Solicitor General. He submitted that a picture of normalcy is sought to be created using coercive steps such as house arrest and internet shutdowns. He said, and I quote, "If you have 5,000 people under house arrest and 144 throughout the state, there can be no bandh. My request is please don't enter into arena because we would have to counter it with all kinds of facts." The Solicitor General in response said that as Mr. Kapil Sibal said that some people are under house arrest, it is the right people who are under house arrest. In response to which Mr. Sibal said, and I quote, 5,000 people, let's not make a mockery of democracy. 5,000 people were under house arrest at that time, 144 throughout the state. This court in a judgment has recognized that internet was shut down and then they're saying there were no bandhs. How can there be bandhs when people cannot even go to hospitals? Meanwhile, the CJI clarified that the facts regarding post-2019 situation have no bearing on the constitutional issue. He pointed that the bench had made this aspect clear at the beginning only. He also said, and I quote, "To be fair to the Solicitor General, what he was saying is that the roadmap to full statehood would take time, but right now development work is taking place. Some stability has to come. This is not permanent. These are matters where there can be and should be policy differences, but that cannot affect the constitutional arguments. We place these facts in the perspective of the roadmap to statehood. This is not a justification and cannot be to constitutional challenge. It is important to mention that during the last hearings, the Supreme Court had asked the Union government to provide a time frame or a roadmap for the restoration of statehood of Jammu and Kashmir. The bench had emphasized that while national security concerns were understood, the restoration of democracy in the region was equally vital. The CJI had asserted that equally restoration of democracy is important. And when the court made this query, the Solicitor General, after taking instructions, had informed the bench that while the statehood of Jammu and Kashmir would be restored, Ladakh would be retained as a union territory. That's all about it for now. We hope you like our content. If you do, please like and share our videos. Also subscribe to our channel on YouTube and don't forget to press the bell icon for notifications. Thank you for watching.